Hello, my name is Claudia. I'm 75 years old and I live in Council Grove, Kansas. I'd like to tell you my story. I've always been one of those can-do people. If I wanted to paint a room or plant a shrub or make a quilt, I just got up and did it. That is until the fall of 2018, when I was diagnosed with inclusion body myositis, otherwise known as IBM. This is a very rare occurrence for women. This disease most commonly strikes men after the age of 50. Only about 5% of all cases diagnosed thus far have been women. This is a very slowly progressive muscle disorder. It is a very weakening disorder. It affects the muscles in the neck and back, the upper arms, wrists, hands, and fingers, the front muscles of the thighs, the muscles that elevate the feet, and the hip muscles, as well as the ankles, feet, and toes. It's been misdiagnosed so frequently as being just an I'm getting older thing. My symptoms most likely started presenting 20 years ago, but I didn't know. I just thought, well, I'm in my 50s, so I'm getting older. Fumbling things, dropping things, inability to pick up small items with my fingers. Then gradually moving on into tripping and stumbling and falling. I finally was diagnosed after being seen by an orthopedist who sent me to a neurologist who did a nerve induction study, and from that to another neurologist who did a blood test, who made the final diagnosis. My husband and I had been living in Alabama and had decided to sell our home and move back to Kansas, our home state and our hometown. When we got back here, it was actually the day after we arrived in Council Grove that the doctor called me with the diagnosis and advised me to get to the neurology department at Kansas University Medical Center, which I did, and I have been under excellent care there. There is currently no cure and no treatment for IBM. There is, however, research being done. We are currently now having a fundraising drive, and I am wanting to spread the awareness, let people know what this is. If you are standing talking with your friends and you suddenly start walking backwards and don't know why, if you are stumbling, if you are having difficulty climbing stairs, or standing up out of a chair, if it's difficult for you to maneuver small items in your hands, buttoning a shirt or pulling up a zipper can sometimes be problematic. Your fingers don't want to bend like they used to. Then I would suggest, if you are experiencing any of these symptoms, don't just chalk it up to getting older. See a physician. Ask about inclusion body myositis. There are several different types of myositis. There's dermatomyositis, polymyositis, juvenile myositis. This particular disease, there are some treatments for those, but for this particular disease, there is no cure, there is no treatment. The only thing that we can do, those of us who have been diagnosed with this, is physical and occupational and speech therapies. These things keep us mobile, keep us vocal, and allow us to live a semi-normal life. There are many things now that I can't do that I could do 4 years ago. I was walking with a cane 4 years ago. I was driving a car 4 years ago. Today, I can no longer drive a car. I have to have a rollator walker to walk in the house. I wear AFO braces on both legs because my ankles are so weak. I can't climb stairs, and if I leave the house to go shopping or anything, we have to take a power wheelchair. I am asking for donations if you can. If you $1, 50 cents, $10, it doesn't matter the amount, but the support that you would give to those of us who have these diseases is just immeasurable. So this is my story, and I hope that it touches your heart. And I hope that if you are my age, and I know a lot of you are my classmates from high school, it may be too late for me, but for the adult children we have and the young adult grandchildren we have, make them aware of this disease. Let them know that one day, if they're lucky enough to live this long, they may experience these symptoms. They may say, oh, well, I'm just getting older. That's what I did. And so I say to you now, think about it, pray about it, and consider sending a donation to the myositis.org website. The link is, I will send the link in the email that I send this with, but I will include the link for you to send your donations, and please earmark those donations for IBM research. It would be most appreciated. Thank you, and God bless.